Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Wednesday, the 3rd of July. With McShane, we're working our way through the Gospel of Matthew, today reading chapter 13. In it, Jesus tells a number of parables. One of them is the parable of the weeds and the wheat. A farmer goes out and sows wheat in his field. That night, an enemy sows weeds, and the two grow up together. When the difference becomes evident, the worker says, "Shall we go out and pull the weeds out?" The farmer's response, verse 29, "No," he answered, "because while you are pulling up the weeds, you may uproot the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. At that time, I will tell the harvesters, first collect the weeds and tie them in bundles to be burned, then gather the wheat and bring it into my barn." And a few verses later, as Jesus gives an explanation, he says, "The one who sowed the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, and the good seed stands for the people of the kingdom. The weeds are the people of the evil one, and the enemy who sows them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the age, and the harvesters are the angels." A parable which seems quite clear in its meaning. Good and evil coexist, and at the end, they will be separated. And only the righteous will go to eternal life. The unrighteous will go to be with the devil in hell. And as I read that, I thought, we sometimes think that that separation ought to happen now. We ought to have good people together, and let's separate the bad people out. Let's only have the good people in this group and get rid of all the bad people. And we realize it doesn't work. And throughout history, where people have tried to do that, let's just have Christians in this environment. For a while, it'll work well and be wonderful, but it doesn't last long before sinful humanity manifests itself and the problems occur. And as I read it, I thought, Jesus is really saying that we mustn't expect that the weeds will be gone. We have to live with the weeds in the meanwhile. And we just trust that at the end of the age, the separation will occur. So we can't be too bothered, in a sense, by the people around about us doing wrong. Of course, we don't encourage them, we don't support them. We'd rather they didn't, but we can't get ourselves into a great fuss over the fact that there are so many sinful people around about us. Jesus said the weeds will be left growing with the wheat. And the reason is to weed them out early, and he is quite clear, while you pull them up, you might uproot the wheat. And so it's out of concern for the wheat that he says, just leave it. It will be sorted out, not yet. And that has to be our hope. One day, all the mess that we see round about us, all the complexities and the problems, all the unrighteousness, all the compromise, all of these things which beset us, one day, at the end of the age, it will all be sorted out. That is our hope. In the meanwhile, we trust in God, focus on Him, and live His way. Be blessed.